Hello, just wanted to come with a quick midweek market update. Go over some news that recently came out and see how it affects the current state of the economy. So here we see that the CPI rose from zero point 0.7 from June 2022, from June to May. It's a zero point 0.1 basis point increase, but it's worse than that. Our inflation rate has been targeted at a 9.1% inflation. Guys, we're almost at a 10% inflation. And the last time we've been at a 10% inflation hasn't been in the last 10 years, hasn't been the last 25 years. We're looking at the 1980s with the 80s oil crisis, and we're looking at a similar situation that's going to happen now. The Fed seems like they're going to be increasing rates, but the consumer sentiment has been dropping. So we're in for a iffy storm in the markets, in the economy. As you see, you have these news articles all reporting on this inflation in June. And the thing is, if the Fed decides to cut the rates, it, if the Fed decides to increase rates, rather, yeah, we'll be targeting inflation, but the economy will not be as stable as it can be, and it's just a bad storm of things waiting to happen. Housing prices, they're going to start to decline sharply. If you look at the housing data, it shows that there is an increase of housing for sale that is not being purchased, meaning there's way more supply than there is demand, and that's something we haven't seen for quite a while now. And the mortgage prices, mortgage mortgages dropping. People don't want to go into housing. People don't want to go into different markets, different assets right now because the market is in such a turmoil. And it's not only the United States, it is the world. The world, the whole world is in recession. Look at all these red arrows. The EU, the Americas, there's lots of red across the board here. And if you look at the inflation rates, you have 15% inflation in Russia. The the euro is 8.6. United States 9.1. Then you have Spain 10, Turkey 78. Obviously, there's different factors and different things you have to take into account with these other countries. Poland 15.6, Argentina 60, Nigeria 17, Egypt 13. But this is a general sentiment across the board on the macro scale that there's lots of things we have to start to understand on where we're going. If the whole world is in a downturn, something's gonna pop off. Some major event is might happen. That's it. That's all it is. If there happens to be, say, a war to start breaking out, or economies start collapsing across the board, then it's all gonna affect all countries, especially the United States. We're at a 137 debt to GDP ratio, and it's it's going to get worse if they keep on printing money. We'll have more money, but the state of the economy will not get any better. Inflation rates will increase, prices will increase, everything will increase, and the people that are going to get hurt the most is your lower and your middle class. So that's something to take into account, watch out for, and be prepared. If you look at the S&P 500, we had CPI data released of 8.6%, and we saw a 1.6% increase in the S&P 500 today, with post-market looking at 378, which is about 0.86. So we're about 0.86, and market open tomorrow can be, I think the market open tomorrow will be lower than 378.03. So my theory is that this pump was for the major bears to get a good position on their shorts. So when we have a downturn, well, they'll have a better position. There's no reason for our market to pump in recessionist economy, but we don't know if the recession is permanent according to the Fed, because the Fed has to decide based on 2 quarters of negative GDP growth that a recession is confirmed. So once that happens, we will start to see what the next steps are, because the Fed is a reacting institution. They're not proactive. They react on data and events, which are all their data and events are usually weeks to months old. I don't think we're gonna come back above this channel, but we might on a macro scale. We possibly can see on some TA see something like this, unless we go down and recession is confirmed and Powell says turn on the printers. Once the printers start printing, the stocks will for sure go up. So that's what I have today. If you like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.